this will probably never get out of my blood. It's here to stay. You know, but you might.
The boss has tried to convince Cheryl Chodun to stick around since she announced her retirement a few weeks ago.
Yeah, but she is determined. We all know that. She has made up her mind, and this is the last day of her remarkable career here at Broadcast House.
You name it, she's covered it. We've all come to count on Cheryl for the biggest stories of the day.
But she has a fascinating story of her own, and we want to share it with you as we celebrate one of the best reporters in the business.
And I'll start talking to them. Then if you want to go beyond me and show the tree while they're talking, don't.
I love my job. I could keep doing this. I love it.
Tell me what happened when that tree snapped.
I still have the passion and the stamina, but I just figured that it was time.
It's not easy for an ace reporter like Cheryl Chodun to walk away from doing what she loves.
I really love communicating with people. I love to tell people stories.
And in 25 years at Channel 7, she's told some pretty incredible stories.
When I think about it, it is amazing. The president, the Pope, Mandela, I was right there. And those are history-making events.
Not to mention the everyday stories that had Cheryl reaching for her tattered black book of phone numbers, held together by tape and a bond of trust with countless sources.
I know where everything is in these pages, and I have got special cards in here, and then I keep $1 in here in case I ever get lost and have to call a cab.
Look at me at about 5'4", and then look at the tree and look at the car, and you can see how strong those winds were.
Nobody does it quite like Cheryl, and her passion for telling stories goes back to her childhood in Oak Park.
I used to stand up at the kitchen table with a fork so people would listen, because I was one of the younger ones, and you know, I wanted to get some attention. I'll never forget that.
Through the years, her passion grew only stronger, and as a young mom, she went in search of her first writing job.
I walked in, 2 kids, 1 on each hip, pigtails, blue jeans, and I thought, you know, I bet I could freelance. And so I said, is the editor here?
And that's where it all started, at the Southfield Eccentric in 1977.
My first story to freelance was the Oakland County child killer, and I got paid 50 cents a copy inch. So I paid a babysitter more than what I earned.
From there, she shopped her stories to the Free Press and the Detroit News, which led to a fateful article on TV anchor women. Diana Lewis convinced her to apply at Channel 7, and Cheryl landed a writer's job in 1978. Her first assignment here at Broadcast House, a 20-second story on a train wreck.
It took me 1.5 hours to 2 hours. I went out in the parking lot, sat in the car and cried and thought, I can never do this. This is a true story. And then I thought, I'm going to get right back on the bike and try again.
Cheryl pedaled that bike for 4 years, all the way to her next stop in radio, first at WCXI, then news powerhouse WWJ. After 5 years there, she got a surprise phone call from the assistant news director at Channel 7.
We'd like you to come work here. I thought he was joking. And he said, we'd like you to come work as a reporter here. I never even applied.
Cheryl returned in 1988, and it was full steam ahead, which explains a certain nickname that follows her to this day.
Someone came up and said, you know what, we're going to call you Choo Choo because you never stop, because you never give up, because you're like a train. You just keep going and going.
And going. From the city to the suburbs, Cheryl took us all along for her remarkable ride. 25 years of live breaking news, anytime, any place, and in all kinds of crazy Michigan weather.
I always get a kick. Sometimes people come up and say, boy, you look cold on the news last night. And I say, you know what? I was.
And yes, over the years, viewers noticed other things, too.
But I've gotten some funny emails. Like somebody said once, they wrote me a letter and said, Cheryl, you're my favorite reporter. I love to watch you on the news. And I think that you do a great job. And then at the end, in caps, it said, but get those bangs out of your eyes. That's true.
It's a blessing to see you.
Thank you. You're welcome. She made me cry.
She was really excited you were coming out.
That's so sweet.
Her connection to the community runs deep, and while many people rejoice in retirement, for Cheryl, it's bittersweet.
It's just, it's hard. You know, it's not sad. I don't want to say it's sad because I'm so blessed. I've had a great career. I mean, how can I be sad? I have a great family. I have a great work family, a home family. I've had such great opportunities, so I don't want to be sad. But they're tears of joy, I guess.
Do you want us to move to another location where those wires are down, or?
It was like I said to Tim, our boss, I said, you know, it's not that I want to, it's that it's time to. And I decided because there are other things I want to do.
And if I don't stop doing this, I'll never do anything else. You know, I don't want to age myself out of the next chapter.
So we send Cheryl off with love and luck to write that next chapter. And it's only fitting she signs off here one last time on her own story.
On the city's west side, I'm Cheryl Chodun, 7 Action News.
Oh, is it Leslie?
Oh, that is great. You did a great job.
Oh, thank you. And John Terry as well.
John Terry, he wrote that. Yeah, that is amazing.
We are going to miss you so much, but we want to know about the next chapter.
Yeah, what
Cheryl.
is that?
Well, I'm hoping to teach journalism as a visiting professor at one of the universities or colleges in the area. I'm hoping to do volunteer work with some kids so they don't end up on the news. Yeah. I want to work with kids so they make good choices and spend time with my family and leave this family. It's hard.
Oh, of course it is. It's hard for us too, Cheryl.
We're speechless, Aunt Cheryl.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm speechless to have the opportunity to work with you on a nightly basis and learn from you and grow watching you. It's been incredible. Thank you.
I appreciate that. You know, when I was said today, we had a little ice cream social here out, and I said that these are tears of joy, really, because I am so blessed. I mean, I have a great work family. I have a wonderful family, my kids, my grandkids, and my husband. I'm so blessed. I am overwhelmed with, you know, just who could have a career that they love to come to every single day. I mean,
how lucky you feel.
And the stories that I cover, some of them are so sad and tragic, and I come home and think, oh my God, I'm so fortunate. We all are fortunate. You know, we're so, and I want to thank the viewers too. I so want to thank all the people who watch us all the time, because so many of them have reached out to me, and I reach out to them, and they allow it. So I want to thank them, and I hope, of course, they'll keep watching, you know, and we're going to keep going on. That train keeps going,
yes,
even without Choo, right? It does. But the viewers are just, they're amazing. I mean, they embrace me in the community, and I embrace this community, and I have loved every moment of it.
And what about the Black Book of Contacts? What are you going to do with that? I mean, we could probably auction that off for charity.
Seriously, one of our cameramen, Michael Ever, said that I should put it in the museum.
Yes,
Not a bad idea.
You're right.
I could auction it off with the white hat. I was going to bring the white hat.
Yes.
I could take the hat and the book, and we could like auction it off.
Well,
We
you've
have
got
a
your family
feeling-
here, and
yes,
we
and we
want
wanna
them to
bring
come
them
in.
in.
But what the viewers don't get to see is how much you care and how thorough you will be getting every fact and every detail for every family you're talking about.
Your husband.
This is
Love you
great.
guys.
This
Love
is
you,
great.
Liz.
This is great. These are all
Congratulations.
my kids and my grandkids and my husband. And this is great.
You get her more now.
This is great.
You're the lucky ones in all of this.
Absolutely great. This is great. I thank everybody here at 7. I have been I love Channel 7. It's in my blood. I thank all of our supervisors, our bosses, my co-workers, you know,
We're gonna miss you.
Ed, Barb, Colleen, everybody. You guys come in here too with us.
How come I think you're going to show up on the next breaking
you might
news
as well
story?
come on. Come on, you guys, come. You might as well come in. So,
We love you. We love you.
this has been great. It's really great. Thank you. It's hard
What a toss it. 6
It's
o'clock?
hard to leave. Yeah, let's, much more action news coming up at 6 o'clock. Stay with us.
Yeah.